Okay. And then on that Spanish speaking, that's Sarah Ritchie.
Yes.
So whenever she gets here, you just contact, I guess, our interpreter.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. Oscar Brown, coming up, sir. Morning, Ms. Garcia. This is on page 4, Oscar Brown. Okay. Good morning, Ms. Anthony.
Good morning, Judge.
And this is going to be for PC Oscar Brown. Right there, sir. Right there. Thank you, sir. Good morning. So you're Oscar Brown? Mr. Brown, you don't have a lawyer today, right? All right, Mr. Brown, I just wanted to inform you that there has not been a judge that has heard probable cause on your case yet. So I'm going to ask the assistant district attorney to read to me the facts surrounding why you were arrested and charged with this offense. When she's reading the facts of your case, I don't want you to say anything. I just want you to listen. After I hear the facts of your case, the court is going to determine whether there exists enough probable cause to continue with your case. If the court does find probable cause, then what we're going to do is we're going to talk about what you're being charged with. We're going to talk about any conditions of bond the court may impose, and then we're going to talk about an attorney. All right, Ms. Anthony, whenever you're ready, you may proceed.
On 5/5/2025, officer was dispatched to a criminal mischief call. Upon arrival, officer spoke to the complainant, who stated the defendant kicked his rear driver door on his vehicle, causing damage. Complainant advised he is a property maintenance worker and is tasked with making sure no homeless individuals are loitering on the property. Witness stated he observed the defendant kick the complainant's rear driver's side door and cause damage. Complainant advised damage to be $2,500.
All right, Mr. Brown, the court's going to find that there is sufficient probable cause to continue with your case. You are being charged with the offense of criminal mischief. That is a Class B misdemeanor. I'm sorry, that's a Class A misdemeanor, which means that you can get up to 1 year in the county jail and up to a $4,000 fine. So what we're going to do this morning, sir, is the court's going to order some conditions regarding your bond. And let's see, Ms. Anthony. So this was a criminal mischief in reference to damage of a vehicle. Is that right?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. All right, Mr. Brown. There is an individual by the name of Charles McCurdy who is the owner of the vehicle that they're saying that you damaged. I have to believe you do not know who that is. All right. The court's going to order, Mr. Brown, that you have no contact with that individual. Do not call, text, email, Facebook, no contact whatsoever with this individual, and his name is Charles McCurdy. Secondly, sir, the court's going to order that you do not possess any firearms or any weapons. These conditions of bond, sir, are going to remain until this case is over with. I'm going to ask you to sign these conditions of bond. You will be given a copy of these conditions. If you violate any of the conditions of this bond, you're subject to having the bond that you're currently on revoked, and you can be taken into custody. Now, Mr. Brown, you're going to need an attorney to represent you on this case. Are you working right now, sir? All right. There's 2 options regarding a lawyer. I can reschedule your case to allow you time to hire your own attorney. Or would you like the court to appoint you an attorney to represent you this morning? I'll appoint you an attorney this morning, sir. All right, Mr. Brown, do you have any questions on anything that I mentioned to you? All right, right behind you at the tables, my pretrial officer, go with her. Sign those conditions, have a seat. I'll appoint you a lawyer. Millie?
Yes, sir.
Page 4, Brown Oscar. Court appoint.
Oh, yeah.
Sir, do you need approach? Yes, sir, come on up. Good morning. What's the last name?
King.
King, okay.
And her parents have been away today.
Okay,
The state has offered her a pretrial intervention.
okay.
Car has been in the shop over work. They told her the department looked in last week, hasn't come in yet. So I don't know who the court wants to reset it.
It's, well, you're trying to get a PTI for DWI, right? And it's gonna require an interlock, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
We'd like to put interlock. I mean, in the alternative, she could get a blow machine with no driving affidavit. If you'd
Well,
like.
but how long, has your client mentioned to you how long her car's gonna be in the shop? I don't mind waiting because it's kind of a pain.
I think they said it was supposed to be last week that they had a
Okay.
car, but they hadn't gotten it. So
Okay.
you know how car dealerships.
No, I know. I know.
I hate to tell you it's gonna be ready by a month, but
I don't mind waiting because it is kind of a pain to do a blow and have to switch it. So I'd rather just wait. I mean, we've been waiting this long anyway.
I'm on the same page, right?
I'm assuming you got the contracts already.
Yes, right.
And I assume that the DA fee has been paid and everything, so we just waited on the interlock.
I'm almost certain that's the case.
Okay.
It will all be done by the time we.
No worries. Okay, let's do this. I don't mind giving you a couple of weeks. Millie,
Yes, Judge.
page 14, Alea King. Let's give her 3 weeks so she can get the interlock and then get everything taken care of, and hopefully we can resolve it. And if she's able to get the interlock and submit the contracts, the state can send me a supervision order before the next court date.
Yes, right.
Okay.
Try to get it.
All right, you got it.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Okay. Okay, let's see who is. Haley Ware? Coming up, ma'am. So I don't need PC on this one. And this is on Haley Ware, Miss Anthony. She does. I am going to be asking if anyone from the state has had any contact with the complaining witness. Let's see here. All right, you are Haley Ware?
Yes, sir.
All right, Miss Ware, you don't have a lawyer today, right? All right, I just wanted to inform you of what you are being charged with. You are being charged with the offense of assault of a family member. That is a Class A misdemeanor, which means that you can get up to 1 year in the county jail and up to a $4,000 fine. I see that this was an offense that was alleged to have occurred on May the 5th of this year. There's a person by the name of Ulysses William Thibodeau that's accusing you of this offense. I see that you were arrested on this charge. You did go to jail. You went before a magistrate, a judge at the jail. I do see that the magistrate judge went ahead and issued, some conditions regarding your bond, which I have to believe you have a copy of. Do you remember getting copies of some bond conditions? All right, I want to remind you that that is a court order. If you violate any of the conditions of that bond, you're subject to having the bond that you're currently on revoked, and you can be taken to custody. I also see that the magistrate judge went ahead and signed a protective order, which I also have to believe you have a copy of. Do you remember getting a copy of a protective order? Okay, I want to remind you that that is also a court order. If you violate any of the conditions of that protective order, you're subject to having the state file an additional charge, which carries a 1-year jail sentence. So, Ms. Anthony, do you know if anyone from the state has had any contact with the complaining witness?
They have not yet, Judge.
Okay. All right, Ms. Ware, this individual, Mr. Thibodeau, what's your relationship with that person?
Ex-boyfriend.
Okay. You do not live with that person, right?
Right.
Okay. I do see that you are prohibited from going to his residence on Ellington Street. So I do want to caution you, please do not go over to his residence. Now, I do see that one of the conditions of your bond and the protective order says that you can have contact with him. You can contact him, you can call him, you can text him, you can email. However, do not threaten, harass, or assault Mr. Thibodeau. Those are the restrictions. All right, Miss Ware, you're going to need an attorney to represent you on this case. There's two options regarding a lawyer. I can reschedule your case to allow you time to hire an attorney of your own choice, or would you like the court to appoint you an attorney this morning?
Reschedule and get my own.
So you're gonna hire your own attorney? All right. So what we're gonna do, Ms. Ware, is we're gonna reschedule your case to allow you time to hire an attorney. Now, if you do hire an attorney, have that attorney contact this court before the next court date. You do not have to come back to court as long as you have an attorney representing you. However, if you do not have an attorney representing you on the next court date, you will have to return to court. All right, Ms. Ware, do you have any questions on anything that I mentioned to you?
No.
All right, if you would just have a seat, we are going to call you up in a minute to reschedule your case, okay? All right, thank you. Millie?
Yes, sir.
Page 25, Ware, THA. Yes, sir, you approach, come on. Good morning.
Your Honor.
How are you? What you got this morning?
So I'm approaching on an off docket matter.
Okay, give me 1 second. What's the case number?
It's 2561092.
Holmes?
Yes, Your
All
Honor.
right, what's happening, Mr. Holmes?
So I filed a motion to return property.
Oh, I see it.
On this case. Essentially, my client was racing, had just purchased a vehicle a couple of weeks prior, a BMW. And his car was seized because of an allegation of racing.
Right, they're doing that nowadays. All right, let me ask you this. I don't think I can sign this because normally on the seizures, they have to, the county, I think it's the district attorney's office, I'm sure, is going to have to have a hearing to determine whether or not this property is going to be seized. And normally they will file the seizure, get your client served, or I'm not sure if they serve the attorney, and then have a hearing before a judge, it's not me, in reference to determine whether or not this property is going to be seized or not. So I can't sign this motion to return property. I don't know if
Received any notice and the car is seized.
I understand that. In fact, this happened back in April. I understand that. Miss Anthony,
Yes, Judge.
do you know anything about, in terms of your office of the seizures, if they are sending notices and filing seizure requests, etc.?
I'm not sure, Judge. I don't know if.
Yes, do you know, Ms. Siegler?
I believe they are, Your Honor.
You don't know the time frame, though, do you?
I do not. I can ask.
Who in your office would be handling that? Do you know? Anyone in your office that's handling
I
those?
haven't come across this. I can ask Bernadette Havey the procedure though, Your Honor.
Is there a specific division in the district attorney's office that handles seizures? I believe there is,
Yes,
right?
There is.
And you
I just
don't,
don't know who that contact is right now, but I can find that out.
okay. Well, Mr. Holt, you're gonna have to contact and talk to them because I cannot sign this. I don't have the authority whenever a vehicle is seized like that to just sign an order to have it returned. There has to be a specific hearing in reference to whether or not the county is going to want to seize that vehicle or return it. So unfortunately, and I don't know if you've gone or handled any of these types of matters before. Now, if it was something like a weapon, that's different. Okay. But when it comes to a vehicle, I don't have the authority to do something like that.
Just don't understand why they would seize his vehicle.
They're making a statement. There's a big problem in Harris County with racing. And they're trying to basically alleviate the problem by seizing these vehicles. And if they seize these vehicles and the community and public find out, that the theory is that will hopefully reduce or eliminate these types of offenses. If someone knows that they race and they get caught, the risk of getting their car seized, they're hoping that they will stop it. So this is something fairly new. It's not something that used to happen before, but there's a big problem in Harris County with racing. And so the district attorney's office has taken a position that if anyone is charged with the offense of racing, we're going to seize their vehicle. I mean, and now that doesn't mean that they're going to keep it. Your client has every right to have a hearing to determine whether or not that vehicle will be seized or not. So, I mean, I'm sorry. So I don't know if you, I guess, have to research at the district attorney's office who handles the seizures of property for the district attorney's office, because there is a specific division that handles that. And maybe they can kind of walk you through. Now, it should not take this long for them to go ahead and do all the documentations. But I will tell you this, they will only give notice to the registered owner of this vehicle. If your client is not the registered owner, he's not going to get notice. It will only be sent to the registered owner of this vehicle, whoever that may be. Do you think that's your client?
Like I said, he just purchased it maybe 2 weeks before. It still had temporary tags on it, so I'm not sure.
It might not be. It might, yeah, it might not. He might not show that he's a registered owner yet. Maybe that's why your client hasn't gotten anything, because they will send notice to the registered owner of that vehicle. And I would probably go to the district attorney's office and kind of just ask questions as who you need to talk to in the division that handles seizures, and they could probably walk you through. Okay, sorry.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Mr. Bolivar, good morning. Yes, ma'am.
Morning, Judge. How are you?
Yes. Oh, give me a sec. Yes, who?
Judge, I have a-
Oh, hang on. 1 second. Page 7. Collins. Okay, and who else? Okay. Sorry about that, Mr. Bolivar. Okay, who do you have?
Myra Rios, Judge.
Leos?
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. What's happening, Mr. Leos?
Please, Judge.
Oh, a plea. Okay. In 1 second, and pull it up.
I'm sorry, what was the name?
Leos.
I'm sorry, Brianna Andrade.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got it right here. Okay, I have it right here. Okay, let's call it Brianna Andrade. Coming up. See, you got so many cases, Mr. Bolivar. That's what it is. You got so many cases. All right, ma'am. You are Brianna Andrade. Ms. Andrade, you're here with your attorney, Mr. Bolivar. You're being charged with the offense of driving while intoxicated. That is a Class B misdemeanor, which means that you can get up to 6 months in the county jail and up to a $2,000 fine. You signed some documents this morning. One of the documents that you sign is entitled Misdemeanor Plea of Guilty. That document, ma'am, says that you have certain constitutional rights. That document says that you have a right to have a jury trial, a right to confront any witnesses that may testify against you at that trial, and a right for your attorney to cross-examine those witnesses. However, when you sign that document, you give up all of those rights. Do you understand? Now, Ms. Andrade, I do have to advise you that under federal law, if you're not a U.S. citizen, a plea of guilty could result in your deportation, denial of naturalization, or admissions to this country. You also signed 2 other sets of documents. One of them says that after today, you do not have a right to appeal your case. Your case ends today. And the other document that you signed says after today, there's not going to be any more work or investigations done by your attorney or the attorneys for the state. Your case is final today. Do you understand? Ms. Andrade, did you sign all of these documents freely and voluntarily? Has anyone forced you to sign any of these documents? And has your attorney answered all of your questions you have regarding your case? Ms. Andrade, to the offense of driving while intoxicated, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty? Are you pleading guilty because you are? Ms. Andrade, on you plead guilty, the court finds you guilty of the offense of driving while intoxicated, assesses your punishment at 6 days in the county jail. You will be given credit for 2 days that you've already served. That's time served, no more jail time. Any court costs that you might owe to the county, I'm going to run it concurrent with your time, which means that you will not have to pay any money to the county. However, as a result of this conviction, there will be a suspension of your driver's license for a period of 90 days. All right, Ms. Andrade, do you have any questions on anything I mentioned to you? Mr. Bolivar, any questions?
Judge, we would like to see if the court will waive for statutory fees. She's a single parent with 2 children.
Yeah, no worries. I don't mind do that. And if you don't mind, Mr. Bolivar, if you can just go ahead and fill that out, file it, and I will sign that.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. All right, Ms. Andrade, just step right over here and good luck to you, ma'am. Good to see you.
Yeah, I will let them know. We'll start talking about it, and then once we get the rest of the money here. Okay. Yeah, right.
Okay, let's see.
Ms. Ware?
I'm gonna receive this from the fire attorney, and then you will research from the family.
Okay, let's see here.
What kind of attorney do you expect me to support your attorney will take care of stuff?
Well, Ms. Anthony, that's all we have for now, so I know we'll have other things in a minute.
Okay. We can start with 8 earnings for the higher of this one. And what's the first name? Have a seat. Page 9. Watch it. The resolution. That's all. For the resolution. The time for it.
Yes, ma'am.
We have a total,
Yes, ma'am.
page 9, Gonzalez.
I'm Gonzalez. Monica, thank you. We have a plea coming up, right? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I will.
Good morning. Check in with you. It's just- Thank you.
Oh. Thank you. Has everyone checked in and tried the corrections? Another one. Oh, no. Page 13. Found another one.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Page 13. Yeah.
Oh, Nadia Johnson. Okay, got it. Thank you.
One is when this. As long as.
How are you doing today, Joe?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right.
Well, that's good.
A little rough day yesterday and getting back to the swing of things.
Yeah, I know when you're gone for a week, things kind of pile up, right? Oh, I know. I know how it is.
I haven't taken that long of a vacation in a while,
Really?
but you're gonna pay for it, you know?
It's okay, but you need to get away
Mhm.
for a while. I mean, you can't just not have a little bit of time off. Okay, give me
was
1
great.
second.
I don't regret it.
No, good, good. This is Mr. Brady, right? And we're doing all three of his cases. All right, give me 1 second and wait till it pulls up. And I believe I'd mentioned to you, Ms. Sims, that we're going to give him credit for the most time that he did on all three of his cases. Give me 1 second. Okay. So we got 38 days credit, right, Nancy? Okay. All right, so you are Jaron Brady. Mr. Brady, you are charged with 3 offenses of harassment. These are 3 offenses of harassment that occurred on 3 different occasions. So you signed some documents this morning in reference to all 3 of your cases. One of the documents that you signed is entitled Misdemeanor Plea of Guilty. So you signed that document on all 3 of your cases. That document, sir, says that you have certain constitutional rights. That document says that you have a right to have a jury trial, a right to confront any witnesses that may testify against you at that trial, and a right for your attorney to cross-examine those witnesses. However, when you sign that document, sir, you give up all of those rights. Do you understand? Now, Mr. Brady, I do have to advise you that under federal law, if you're not a U.S. citizen, a plea of guilty could result in your deportation, denial of naturalization, or admissions to this country. You also signed 2 other sets of documents on all 3 of your cases. One of those documents says that after today, you do not have a right to appeal your case. Your case ends today. And the other document that you sign on all three of your cases says after today, there's not going to be any more work or investigations done by your attorney or the attorneys for the state. Your cases all end today. Do you understand, sir?
Yes.
Now, Mr. Brady, did you sign all of these documents freely and voluntarily? Has anyone forced you to sign any of these documents? And has your attorney, Ms. Sims, answered all of your questions that you have regarding all 3 of your cases? Mr. Brady, to the offense of harassment on all 3 of your cases, how do you plead to harassment on all 3 of your cases? Guilty or not guilty? Are you pleading guilty because you are? Mr. Brady, on your plea of guilty, the court finds you guilty of harassment on all 3 of your harassment cases. So you're going to be convicted of 3 harassment cases. And assesses your punishment at 150 days in the county jail. you will be given credit for 38 days that you served. So you'll be given 150 days on all 3 of your cases. The court is going to run all 3 cases concurrent, which means that whatever time you do on one, you do on all 3. 150 days in the county jail means that you still owe the county some time in jail. You still owe the county approximately 12 more days. So you'll be here approximately 12 more days. As soon as you complete 12 more days, you should have completed all of your sentence, and you will probably be released in about 12 days. Any court costs that you might owe on any of these cases, sir, I'm going to run it concurrent with your time, which means that you will not have to pay any money whatsoever on any of these cases. All right, Mr. Brady, do you have any questions on anything that I mentioned to you, sir? Ms. Sims, any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Brady, good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Miss Sims? I'm sorry. Good morning, how are you? I'm good. I still because I need it now before I no, because you could just pay for it. Well, she does. But
No, they have this attention to see that all the time.
I haven't seen it.
So I'm exit your seat.
Just need your.
Just using that basic.
255-2414.
Even though it's there's no admission, you probably, yeah. They don't.
I know I don't.
Like once you send it.
Thank you so much.
American East.
Yes, you.
Her mom says. Something that, maybe projects, it makes this that either you submitted the application or will be submitting the application. No evaluation yet. Okay. But again, but I'll do well.
Mr. Bernstein, how are you?
Judge, how you doing today? I'm all right.
Good, good. What you got this morning?
I have Shamira Collins on the docket today. Judge, I try to reach out to the ADAs about some kind of a resolution or PTI, and I haven't heard back. There's a pressing issue. She's enlisted into the National Guard, and because of that, because of this pending case, she cannot go forward with it. She's already signed all her paperwork and everything like that. I have a letter from her recruit from the National Guard saying that I need a resolution today or like a preferential trial setting.
So she has to resolve her cases before she's accepted, right?
She's already been accepted, but then this case happened before her official turn-in date.
Oh, I got it.
And now that's been postponed. Basically, her life's on hold. And I've tried to reach out to ADAs. I haven't heard anything back. I would like, so, I mean,
Do you know who you were talking to?
I was talking to Kelsey Siegler about
Oh, yes.
it, and then I emailed somebody this weekend. Hold on.
Let me see. That's an assault. I don't know if you emailed Ashley Anthony. Let me see. Miss Anthony, this is on Shamir Collins, an assault. Would this be a case that you represent the state on?
Yes, it is, Judge.
And have you had any contact with Mr. Bernstein? Has he contacted you about talking about this case, about a possible resolution, etc.?
Yes, Judge, we have made contact with the complainant. I believe he wanted us to make another contact.
And the whole thing's based on some kind of, they used to be friends, and the CW sent a bunch of messages to my client saying we're going to fight next time we see you. Let's fight right now. and then they end up getting into a fight. I sent these messages to Kelsey Siegler last time I was in court, and showed them to her. And then I emailed the prosecutor that's, I guess, assigned to the case this weekend to make another writ.
Yeah, that's Miss Anthony. She's right here.
Yes, Judge.
All right, so you want the state to do another rip on the complaining witness, Randall?
I
Imani Randall.
just ask him about what their witness was saying to my client, because that's definitely coming in. I would like a PTI. I think her management PTI. She's got no prior. She's enlisted to the National Guard. She's been a good guy, good girl, good person.
Yeah, I see she's 19, no local record. And do you see any of the criminal history?
No,
Okay.
Judge. I believe last time we spoke, he could send mitigation. I'm not sure the text where it is.
Did they ask you, Mr. Bernstein, to send some type of mitigation packet?
No,
No?
Kelsey asked me. I showed her the messages in court that I have, and I can send them again. I believe I sent them to her email.
All right, Ms. Siegler, can you help us out here?
What is the last name, Your Honor?
Collins, Shamir Collins. And Mr. Bernstein said that he had sent you or I guess, showed you some text messages. And this is from the complaining witness to your client and vice versa, right?
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
This is the one they fought at some college, I guess, dance preview, and the CW sent a bunch of messages saying we're gonna fight, and then after the fight it was like, talking all kinds of crazy stuff. I understand the state's concern at this point. She's enlisted in the National Guard.
Right.
She's trying to serve our country, and I can't. I'm trying to get a resolution here.
No, I know. I believe that that's put on hold until this is resolved. Her I guess acceptance is put on hold until this is resolved. So, and you're asking for some type of PTI from the state. Okay, so Ms. Siegler's looking at it.
Regarding those texts, I don't have a case note, nor do I have them in the files. So if
I
you
can send it to you right now.
Okay, perfect.
Just email them, Mr. Bernstein. Do you have any other courts to go to?
I'm in a Zoom motion for summary judgment right now, and it's County Court 1.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it would be fun if they ever got to me, Judge.
I'll be here all morning if you want to check back. And if you can just send it to Ms. Siegler, and let's see if she's got an opportunity to look at those this morning. I'll be here all morning if you want to check back, and then maybe maybe they'll have an answer for you.
All right.
Okay. All right. So just zoom back in. Hopefully we'll have an answer.
All right. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Strong, morning.
Your Honor.
How are you?
I'm good, Your Honor.
Good, good. What you got this morning?
I have Mr. Johnson,
Okay.
Nadia,
Nadia Johnson. All
and
right.
she is here.
Okay.
And we have a bond violation.
Oh,
Also-
let me look at it real quick.
And
Let's see. Nadia Johnson. Oh, yeah, I see it right here. And this is, oh, she failed to report for her UA. All right, so she's here.
yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, let's call her up. Nadia Johnson, come on up, ma'am.
To touch it.
Yeah, I'm off docket, so I have a,
And Ms. Garcia, this is on page 13, Nadia Johnson.
Yes, sir.
I see that she's got UAs.
I can check you.
Yeah, I just need to see if she's been compliant. All right, good morning, ma'am. You are Nadia Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Nadia Johnson, you're here with your attorney, Mr. Vaughn. I just wanted to inform you. First of all, you're being charged with the offense of driving while intoxicated. Secondly, I see that you received some conditions of bond back in September of last year. One of those conditions that you're required to submit to a urine test if you're asked to come and to submit to a urine test. I noticed that you were contacted to submit a urine test on April the 23rd. So you were selected to do a urine test on April the 23rd, and you did not show up for your urine test. So that particular failure to show up for your urine test is a violation of your conditions of bond, and that's why you're here. So Ms. Garcia, is she complying with her
No, Your Honor.
at all?
No, at all.
Like since September of last year?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Johnson, are you receiving text messages? Is it text messages?
Yes, sir.
Are you receiving text messages?
No, I have a new phone.
Who did you contact and tell them you have a new phone?
I'm before, so I text the number and I asked, how do I change the number? But I don't know if they get it or not, so I never got a response.
When you were here, were you given the email address to pretrial services? I know you were.
If I don't.
I know, but that's who you contact. Did you contact your lawyer? Okay, so here's the problem, Ms. Johnson. How do we know that you changed your phone if you don't contact your attorney or pretrial? I'm sorry?
I gave him my number.
Did you contact him, tell him I have a new number and hey, can you call pretrial because I'm not getting any more text messages because I have a new phone number?
No.
See, that's the problem. When did you get your number? When did you get your number? New number?
My phone was stolen since like March, but I was still getting text messages. I was still replying, and the number is no longer valid, so I don't.
I have information that you're not replying to the text messages. All right, here's what you need to do, Ms. Johnson. You were given these instructions. I know you were. You are to be text for a urine test. Most of the time, you're not going to be selected, but you have to respond to the text even though you're not selected. So when you get a text message and it says you don't have to show up, you need to respond and say, I got it. That way, we know, the county knows that you're receiving the text. Okay? Now, if you're selected to come and do a urine test, you have to come downtown to do it. And you have to be here before 4 p.m. So are you checking your texts in the morning when you were getting them?
When I was texting, when I did have that phone, I worked overnight. So I was texting back. I don't know.
All right. Those messages go out about 3 or 3:30 in the morning. You need to check it in the morning, because if you wait till later on in the afternoon and you're asked to come and do a urine test, you got to come downtown and you got to be here before 4. If you're here after 4, that's considered a missed test. And then I get a report. So you have to check it in the morning early just to see if you got to do a urine test. Takes you about 15 seconds to check it.
I was lying.
Well, my pretrial officer says you were not.
When?
All your texts, right since September, you say?
Yes, Your
Okay,
Honor.
Miss, it's very simple. It's very simple, Ms. Johnson. We know if you reply or don't reply. It's very simple. It's like a phone. You get a text message. If you don't reply, I know you don't reply. If you do reply, then I do know you reply.
See what number I swear to God I replied.
All right. Ms. Johnson, you change your number. So you're gonna meet with my pretrial officer this morning. You're gonna give her your new number. She's gonna give you the email address to pretrial. She need to report next door or no?
No, Your Honor.
Can you give her the email? Okay. She's gonna give you the email address to pretrial. If anything happens regarding your pretrial conditions, no alcohol, UAs, etc., you need to contact pretrial. If you change your number, contact pretrial. If you lose your phone, contact pretrial. Okay, you need to contact them because otherwise we don't know what's going on. And if you're not responding, we're going to think you're just ignoring us. That's not good. And if you're not responding, then guess what? I get a report. And when I get a report, then I'm gonna say, come downtown and let's talk. That's why you're here, because I got a report. And I don't like getting these reports. Okay. And let me tell you what, when I first get these reports and I read them, you know what the first thing that I think is happening? You're drinking. Why else would you miss your test? Right? You missed your test because you were drinking and you didn't want to get caught. That's the first thing I see when I read this. Oh, she must be drinking. That's why she didn't show up. All right, tell you what we're going to do. We're going to give you a urine test today. Okay, you're going to go next door to 49 San Jacinto and do a urine test. Okay, after you do your urine test, you're free to go, and I'll receive those results later. And I expect it's going to be negative, right? Okay, no worries. You're good. All right. Do you know what's going on with the case itself, Mr. Vaughn?
Not yet, Your Honor.
Okay.
I need to evaluate from the last.
All right, no worries. All right, so Ms. Johnson, we're going to reschedule your case to allow time for your attorney to continue looking at the case and evaluating. You're going to meet my pretrial officer this morning. You're going to give her your new number. She's going to give you the email address to pretrial. Then I want you to go next door after you finish court to do a urine test. And can you let them know, Miss?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then after you do a urine test, you're free to go. You don't have to come back. Okay? Any questions? All right, right behind. You're welcome. And Millie, I need an interpreter. Miss Ritchie's on Zoom. Miss Ritchie, can you hear me?
Yes, Your Honor.
How are you?
I'm good. I apologize. I'm driving back from Montgomery County this morning.
Oh, that sounds like fun. I know that you're here on arraignment, and I don't mind doing your arraignment on Zoom. I
Okay.
just have to wait for an interpreter. You're on Ramirez, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so just hang tight. As
I will.
soon as my interpreter gets here, we'll go ahead and do the arraignment. I haven't heard probable cause. Would you like the court to hear PC?
Yes, please.
Okay, so just hang tight. As soon as I get the interpreter here, I'll call you up and I'll call up your client, okay?
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Hey, I'm gonna share. I think the
I have one PC entity here.
Yes, Judge.
And it's on Gonzalez, Monica. Monica Gonzalez, coming up, ma'am. All right, you are Monica Gonzalez? All right, Ms. Gonzalez, you don't have a lawyer today, right?
No, sir.
All right, I just wanted to inform Ms. Gonzalez that there has not been a judge that has heard probable cause on your case yet. So I'm going to ask the Assistant District Attorney to read to me the facts surrounding why you were arrested and charged with this offense. When she's reading the facts of your case, I don't want you to say anything. I just want you to listen. After I hear the facts of your case, the court is going to determine whether there exists enough probable cause to continue with your case. If the court does find probable cause, then what we're going to do is we're going to talk about what you're being charged with. We're going to talk about any conditions of bond that the court may impose, and then we're going to talk about an attorney. All right, Ms. Anthony, whenever you're ready, you may proceed.
Yes, Judge. On 5/5/2025, officer was flagged down by citizens in Harris County, Texas for a person down call. Officer was in a marked patrol vehicle and HPD uniform. Defendant was lying on the ground and non-responsive. Narcan was administered. Defendant awoke and officer believed defendant to be publicly intoxicated. Defendant refused medical eval and began yelling at officer. Defendant stood up and ran away. Officer gave her verbal commands to stop. Defendant evaded 50 feet.
All right, Ms. Gonzalez, the court's going to find that there is sufficient probable cause to continue with your case. You are being charged with the offense of evading arrest or detention. That is a Class A misdemeanor, which means that you can get up to 1 year in the county jail and up to a $4,000 fine. So what we're going to do this morning is, of course, going to order some conditions regarding your bond. And Ms. Garcia, this is on page 9, Gonzalez, from Ms. Gonzalez. The court is going to order, while you're on bond, you will be prohibited from possessing any firearms or any weapons. While you're on bond, you will be prohibited from consuming any controlled substance that you do not have a prescription for. No illegal drugs, okay? Now, Ms. Gonzalez, these conditions of bond are going to remain until this case is over with. I'm going to ask you to sign these conditions of bond. You'll be given a copy of these conditions. If you violate any of the conditions of this bond, you're subject to having the bond that you're currently on revoked, and you can be taken to custody. Now, Ms. Gonzalez, you're going to need an attorney to represent you on this case. Are you working right now, ma'am?
No, sir.
All right, there's 2 options regarding a lawyer. I can reschedule your case to allow you time to hire your own lawyer, or would you like the court to appoint you an attorney this morning? I'll appoint you an attorney this morning. All right, Ms. Gonzalez, do you have any questions on anything that I mentioned to you?
No, sir.
All right, right behind you at the table to your right is my preacher officer. Go with her, signs conditions. Have a seat. I'll appoint you a lawyer. Millie, page 9, Monica Gonzalez, court appoint. Miss Allison, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Judge.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing just fine.
Good, good. What you got this morning?
I'm checking in on Brandon Collins.
Hollins?
Yes, and his appearance is waived today.
It's Hollins with an H?
Collins.
No, I'm sorry, Collins. Brandon, okay. 2 cases. Yep, I see it. DWI and FSGI. All right. Do you know what's going on with these cases? Oops. Oh, you're on mute, Miss Cannon. You're on mute.
Yeah, sorry about that, Judge. If you hear my dog barking, I'm working from home today.
Oh, no worries. She's okay. All right. So what's happening with these 2 cases?
So with the 2 cases, it sounds like the state has been trying to get in touch with the CW. It's been a little sketchy in terms of trying to get the actual restitution. But from my understanding, the offer is 30 days in jail on the DWI, dismiss the FSGI. I don't believe my client's interested in taking that. So I don't know if this is one that we're just heading towards trial, and we'll see if they can get in touch with the CW or what the state wants to do.
All right, let me ask, Ms. Anthony, this is Brandon Collins.
Yes,
Is
Judge.
this a case you represent the state on?
Yes, Judge.
And you have not been able to get a hold of complaining witness on the FSGI?
We have gotten a hold of them. They just haven't provided us with the proof of the damages yet.
Right? And how long have you been waiting for?
For a long time, Your Honor.
Well,
We've made.
you know, if the complaining witness is not giving you proof, that tells me he don't care, or
Yes.
he or she don't care. All right, I don't necessarily want to wait for the complaining witness to do something. I do see that we did reset this case back on April 29th for restitution.
I think it goes back further than that, Judge.
Yeah, I do see, yeah, I see a setting April 22nd. I see another one, March 11th. So it looks like it's been reset a number of times. Yep, February 25th. Okay, I'm not gonna wait any longer. All right, so is there an alternative to the recommendation from the state on Mr. Collins?
Yes, Judge, I can speak to Chief right now and see. It looks like she's looking at the case right now, Judge.
Okay. And Ms. Collins, what are you looking for?
Oh, to me, I mean, like I said, I'm not going to plead them to 30 days in jail,
Right.
especially if they don't have their CW on board. And I believe that there's quite a bit of criminal history with the CW, so I don't know if that's the hesitance for them to come in and testify. But no, I think if there was maybe a time served dismiss, that's something I would definitely talk to him about. But if not, I mean, it may just be heading toward trial.
All right, so let's do this then. Let me, I don't mind resetting for a short period of time. Are you gonna be around the next couple of weeks, Ms. Cannon?
I'm here, Judge. No more traveling for me. I'm here for the rest of the year.
So am I. All right, so, do you have court settings next week or the following?
I'm here almost every day. This is my first office day in a very long time, so.
No worries. Are you okay? You're fine. All right, because I want to set it for like maybe 2 weeks. Reach out to the state, reach out to Miss Anthony, just tell them basically what you're looking for. See if you guys can reach an agreement. And then if not, I don't mind giving you a trial setting, but I'm going to require your client to be in court the next setting, okay?
Perfect. We can do that, Judge.
All right, so let me, Millie, page 6, Collins. Let's do a 2-week setting and requires appearance. So what day can I give Miss?
That's a short week for the holiday time.
I know, I see.
Third week?
All right, the week
June
of,
3rd?
okay, that's fine with me, June 3rd. All right, Ms.
June 3rd works for me.
June 3rd, okay, so June 3rd, and your client is required to appear in court that day, okay?
All right. Thank you very much, Judge.
You're welcome. Is that all you have?
That's all I have today.
All right, good to see you. We'll see you next time.
See you next time, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, who do we have here? Oh, is that?
Ja'Cory Jackson, Judge.
1 second.
Thanks, Dirty Judge.
Thank you. Okay,
And 31.
cases.
And 32.
Okay.
We're playing on 2, Judge. They're gonna dismiss the rest.
No worries. Let me see. So I see Ja'Cory Jackson's got 3 cases. He's pleading on a burglary, 2 burglars, right? Oh, he's got 3 burglars. Okay, I see he's got 3 burglars. So let me see which one he's pleading on. 333, this one. And
Insurance.
Okay.
Insurance.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So do you want to take that right now?
all right, so I see on Mr. Jackson, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cases. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Of burglars, okay. And then state dismissing 3, he's pleading on 2.
Yes, Your Honor.
Got it. He's got 28 days credit on those. Got it. Okay. All right, sir. You are Ja'Cory Jackson?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Jackson, you are here with your attorney. You are being charged with 5 offenses. You are being charged with 5 offenses of burglary of a vehicle. The state is dismissing 3 of those offenses. And we're going to resolve your other 2 burglary of vehicles. So, Mr. Jackson, you're charged with the offense of burglary of a vehicle 2 times. That is a Class A misdemeanor, which means that you can get up to 1 year in the county jail and up to a $4,000 fine on each case. You signed some documents this morning. One of the documents that you signed is entitled Misdemeanor Plea of Guilty. That document, sir, says that you have certain constitutional rights. That document says that you have a right to have a jury trial, a right to confront any witnesses that may testify against you at that trial, and a right for your attorney to cross-examine those witnesses. However, when you sign that document, sir, you give up all of those rights. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Jackson, I do have to advise you that under federal law, if you're not a U.S. citizen, a plea of guilty could result in your deportation, denial of naturalization, or admissions to this country. You also signed 2 other sets of documents. One of them says that after today, you do not have a right to appeal your case. Your case ends today. And the other document that you signed says after today, there's not going to be any more work or investigations done by your attorney or the attorneys for the state. Both of your cases, in fact, all of your cases end today. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Jackson, did you sign all of these documents freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced you to sign any of these documents?
No, sir.
And has your attorney answered all of your questions you have regarding your cases?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Jackson, to the offense of burglary of vehicle, 2 the cases, 2 offenses of burglary of vehicle, how do you plead guilty or not guilty?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty because you are?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Jackson, on your plea of guilty to burglary of a vehicle on 2 of those cases, the court finds you guilty of that offense, assesses your punishment at 84 days in the county jail. You will be given credit for 28 days that you've already served on both cases. That is time served, no more jail time. I'm going to run both of these cases concurrent with each other, which means that whatever time you do on one, you do on the other. And any court costs that you might owe on any of these cases, sir, I'm going to run it concurrent with your time, which means that you will not have to pay any money to the county. All right, Mr. Jackson, do you have any questions on anything that I mentioned to you, sir? All right. Call, any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Jackson, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll let Ms. Brown know.
Okay.
Hang on Thursday.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. All right. Oh, come on up. Give me 1 second. I have an interpreter here real quick. Come on. How are you? Good to see you. All right, I do have Miss Ritchie. Can you hear me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I have my interpreter here, Blasa, and we are here on Ramirez. Marisela Ramirez. I'm going to bring her up. Okay, Miss Ritchie?
Perfect. Thank you, Judge.
And you say you wanted to hear PC?
Yes, I'd like to hear PC.
Okay, so Miss Anthony, this is on Ramirez Marisela.
Yes, Judge.
And Ms. Garcia, page 22, Ramirez. All right, and you are Marisela Ramirez?
Yes.
Ms. Ramirez, your attorney, Ms. Ritchie, is on Zoom. You can hear, let's see, I don't know if you can see it. She's right here. There she is, right there. Okay. Now, Ms. Ramirez, there has not been a judge that has heard probable cause on your case yet. So I'm going to ask the assistant district attorney to read to me the facts surrounding why you were arrested and charged with this offense. When she's reading the facts of your case, I don't want you to say anything. I just want you to listen. After I hear the facts of your case, the court is going to determine whether there exists enough probable cause to continue with your case. If the court does find probable cause, then what we're going to do is we're going to talk about what you are being charged with. We'll talk about any conditions of bond that the court may impose, and then we're going to reschedule your case. All right, Ms. Anthony, whenever you're ready, may proceed.
Yes, Judge. On 5/5/2025, officer conducted an inspection at the West Airport Recreation Game Room on Airport Boulevard in Harris County, Texas. Before the inspection, officer verified that the game room had a record of a permit but was expired since 2022. Officers arrived at the game room and met with defendant, who stated she was in charge of the room and gave officers consent to inspect the location. While inspecting the game room, officers observed the game room to be operating with an expired permit since 2022, which was posted by the front door.
All right, Ms. Ritchie, any response to the PC that you've heard?
Yes, Judge. Specifically, there's no evidence that she knew the game room permit was expired. I think hopefully I'm not getting this confused with another case. I think they even asked her about it, and that she says she thinks that they do have a permit.
Well, they did, but it was expired allegedly. So
Right. No.
Okay.
I think that's the element of knowledge. So it's not enough that she just works there and it's expired, that she's got to know that, one, they have to have a permit, and two, that it is not valid.
Well, in terms of knowledge, that's a fact issue. I see the charging instrument, and it does say May the 5th, Marisela Ramirez Rivas did then and there unlawfully while acting as an operator of a game room, which I believe she was from the facts that I heard, for which a permit was required, namely the West Airport Recreation Game Room located at 8035 West Airport, number 127, Houston, Harris County, Texas, intentionally and knowingly operates said game room in violation of the Harris County game room regulations. Namely, the defendant had not paid the fee and secured the required permit. Now, I know that your client may not be the owner of the establishment, but she was operating or working that establishment. And whether or not she knew that the permit was valid or not, I believe that's a fact issue for the trier of fact to determine. Not necessarily for probable cause. So at this time, the court's going to find that there is sufficient probable cause to continue with this case. All right, Ms. Ramirez, the court's going to find that there is sufficient probable cause to continue with your case. You are being charged with the offense of a game room violation. That is a Class A misdemeanor, which means that you can get up to 1 year in the county jail and up to a $4,000 fine. So what we're going to do this morning is the court's going to order some conditions regarding your bond. So, Ms. Ramirez, the court is going to order that while you're on bond, you'll be prohibited from possessing any firearms or any weapons. This condition of bond is going to remain until this case is over with. I'm going to ask you to sign this condition of bond. You will be given a copy of this condition. If you violate any of the condition of this bond, you're subject to having the bond that you're currently on revoked, and you can be taken into custody. We are going to reschedule your case to allow time for your attorney to gather all the evidence that she needs. On your next court date, you do not have to come to court. You can let your attorney take care of your case. She will let you know if and when it's necessary for you to return to court. All right, Ms. Ramirez, do you have any questions on anything that I've mentioned to you?
No, sorry. No.
Ms. Ritchie, do you have any questions?
No, Judge.
Let me give you a date. Millie,
Yes, sir.
this is on page 22, Maricela Ramirez, I need a date for discovery.
July 10th.
Are you able to know if July 10th, you said, Millie? Millie, you said July 10th?
July 10th.
Is 7/10 a good day for you, Ms. Ritchie?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so Ms. Ramirez, the court's going to reschedule your case to July the 10th, okay? All right, any questions?
Yes, solo quería saber si puedo salir en país que ir en julio 15 para México una semana.
Okay, I want to go to Mexico, the 15th of June for about a week. Is it okay?
Yeah, you have.
No tiene restricción.
All right, right behind you, my pretrial officer, go with her, sounds conditions, have a seat. We're going to reset your case. And Ms. Ritchie, is that all you have?
That's all I have today.
All right, you're excused.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
You're welcome. And Millie, on Ramirez, if you can give her a reset. Thanks. Yes, sir, Mr. Harris, how are you?
Good, good morning.
Good morning. What you got this morning?
I don't have a case on the docket that I can talk to you about.
Okay.
Aiden Loza is the bond violation report that you got last week and you asked.
Oh, yeah.
On Thursday.
I think I remember that. Uh-huh.
That's fine. He and his mom are gonna be down here.
Okay.
I told him what was going on with the curfew stuff. He's like, I haven't left. I don't know what's going on. So his mom's gonna come and talk to be prepared to talk about that he's been in the house. But
Really?
Thursday morning, I have a doctor's appointment I have to be at by 11 a.m. So I can be here. They're gonna be down here 8 or 8:30. But I just wanna make sure people feel it'll be done. I can walk out by 10.
Oh, yeah, we should be. If you're here first, now remind me, because I'm gonna forget, okay?
I understand.
On Thursday, let me see, I've got about 73 cases that day. If you're here, that's all. I'm looking at my, because I have sheets.
Oh, I know.
There you go.
That's a lot. That's a lot to do. You're like, oh, only 7.
Hey, some other courts got 100, but anyway. Yeah, if you remind me, if you're here early, I'll get you out of here by 10. I'm just going to address it. And do you kind of have an idea of the circumstances about his, what?
The only thing we'd like to know is if pretrial could see if like the thing tracked where he went, because he's like, I haven't left. And I was like, yeah, it's saying you're leaving at like 12:30 in the morning, come back at like 1:45. And so he's like, I have no idea. I've been working.
Does he leave? If he leaves, I'm not sure how the range.
Right.
Okay.
He claims he's asleep at those times.
Miss Garcia, can I give you this case number?
Yes, Your Honor.
254 6158. Yeah, 654-6158. Losa. Yeah, 254-6158. Now, I don't know if you need to get a detailed description of the,
Yes, sir.
Can-
Your request.
can that be done and have it by Thursday?
Yes, Your Honor.
Why don't you do that? Just make a request to get a detailed report about his, because it's a violation of his curfew.
Yeah.
And I see he's got curfew from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. and I see several violations and I don't know what that's going to show, but if you don't mind getting it to us, just email it to me. And if I get it, I'll email you and the state, okay? And then we'll address it on Thursday.
Okay.
Okay, you got it.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
I got you. Just for a break. It's nice to see you again, Judge.
You.
Twice in 2 weeks, I have a request for a civil commitment on
Really?
Kenneth Ward, who's on docket today.
Okay, Kenneth Ward, custody?
Yes, Your Honor.
No, you didn't? Okay.
Mr. Ward has previously received competency restoration services. He's got mental health diagnosis and also an intellectual disability. We tried to find him outpatient placement, but because he's in custody, he doesn't have benefits at the moment. And without benefits, they can't find him anything. So I'm hoping that if we can get him over to the civil side, they can help him.
All right. Would that require the state to dismiss this case?
Yes, sir, and I
Okay.
filed it.
And then that will require me to file some type of documentation or no?
Yes, sir. There should be an order for
Yeah.
transferring for civil commitment.
And I'm assuming, Mr. Beebe, you're unopposed?
I'm not,
Okay.
I'm not, sorry.
I know.
Can't say that I'm pro, but I'm not against.
Well, we're trying to get him help, right?
Yes.
And you believe that if we do this, that the civil side can probably get him help?
I'm hoping so. What I told Mr. Bibby is that we'd been in contact with both the mental health and IDD clinicians in the jail. So I'm going to give him an update this morning about what we're doing. Ask to make sure that his IDD documentation and all his competency restoration paperwork on his prior cases are sent over to the hospital. I'm also going to send a separate email to the head of the county attorney's office section that handles civil commitments, and also the assisted outpatient treatment program coordinator, kind of alerting them that he's coming and kind of what our situation has been. And hopefully, I mean, obviously it's an independent system that I can't control, but hopefully with all of those notifications, we will
Will
get
this,
him in process.
will this allow him not to be released from the county and have someone
Yes, sir.
pick him up?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
So what happens with that is the clerk should be filing a court directive directing the jail to hold him for civil commitment. Most of the time, within 24 to 48 hours, the mental health deputies with the precinct 1 constable's office come and pick him up from the jail and take him directly to NPC.
Got it. Okay. All right. All right. So then I've already signed the order for dismissal. Then I'm just going to wait for the directive. Is it going to be directive? Oh, is it? I've signed the most order for dismissal. I can transfer. Is it all in one document? Is that okay? Okay, we got it. Thank you, got it.
Thank you, Judge. And I
Okay,
did
thank you.
file a nollie as well.
Yes. Okay, great. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. You're welcome.
I'll copy all this.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
So another one. Look, used to be called.
She followed dismissal too.
Did you hear all
Oh,
that?
yeah, here it is.
No, you didn't. All right, so she filed a dismissal award.
And then what are we gonna do with it?
There's a court directive for his release to be released.
Okay, great.
So,
Perfect.
yeah.
And let's see.
Oh, God, that is such a bad picture. My papa used to cut it, yeah. Really, see. He did like a mullet, it was so bad. Was it long hair? But that's trendy. With big glasses. Wow, you're very tan, that's very crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I want to see that too. This is all we've got. Okay.
Dang, you're gonna have to bring.
Yeah, you'll have to bring it.
Yes, sir, come on up. What you got this morning?
I have two new court-appointed cases. One is ready to go. I'm gonna get a reset on him, but the second one is bond and bond condition.
All right, so both in custody?
Yes, Your
All right, who are we talking about first?
Tejada,
Pecado with a P?
T.
Oh, T, Tecada. Okay, let me see. Tecada. Yeah, I have it right here. Jose Tejada Carnaval, DWI. He's got another case. You've got two cases, right?
Yes, two DWIs, Your Honor.
Yeah, I see that.
The first one, he went out of state and he failed to appear.
Yeah, I do see the first one that he's got scheduled for May 16th because I don't know why they do that. Anyway, that one was DWI alleged to occur November 23rd, 2024. Bonded out, was coming to court, and then eventually it failed to appear. Okay, warrant was issued back in January of this year, and then I see he picks up another case.
OLI.
On May the 11th. Okay. Does not have a bond on his new DWI. All right.
He does have an ISO number, so.
Oh, is that right? So you're not going anywhere, huh? All right, so let's put these two cases together, talk to the state. Do you have any idea of his, I don't know, possibility that he may be able to be released from ICE if he goes there, you know?
I have a good idea.
Okay.
He had no contact with immigration when he entered, so he doesn't have any like application or asylum or
Right.
anything like that. So it's gonna be
But
pretty
we could do gun safety.
32 years old.
Are you ready for it?
All right, well, if you don't believe that there's not any way that he might have any type of relief, and he's not going to be released from the county, talk to the state, maybe, I don't know if you guys want to try to work out something, or.
I would like to see at least look at the evidence.
No, I understand. So you're on both cases, right?
Correct.
The other case is set for 5/16, so just get with Millie, put them together, set them for however long you want. That's fine with me. Just look at your calendar, how much time you need, just set both of them for whatever time you need. Get with the state, hopefully get your discovery, you talk to them, and then on the next setting, we'll talk and see where we're at.
Can we have a bond on one of the cases?
Yeah, I don't mind giving him a bond. Let's see, I'm going to give him a high bond because
And it does for us, I mean,
I know.
all of a sudden he gets that ICE without reapproach.
I'm going to give him a $5,000 bond because the bond forfeited.
And for the bond condition, just in case we want to.
Well, I don't want to do that just yet.
Okay.
I mean, you don't really believe he's going to be released, right? In the event that he does, we can go ahead and do bond conditions.
Okay.
I just want to hold off, and then I just did the bail order, or he's good to go. Get with Millie, set both cases on the same day, whatever date you're available, and we'll take it from there. Now, you said you have another person?
Yeah, the other one is, he has an ICE holder ready as well, and he has bond conditions and he has everything.
Okay, so you just want to reset that one?
Yes.
Okay, you're good to go.
Thank you.
Welcome.
If you can just share whatever's on there.
Yes. How are you? Good to see you.
We have a plea, Mr.
Oh, okay.
Brown, Deshaun Brown. 1 year deferred.
Right here. Have you met with my CLO?
I had 3 generations.
You ready to go? Okay. All right, let's call him up. Deshaun Brown?
But.
He's pleading on a UCW and the FSGI is being dismissed? Okay. All right, so you're Deshaun Brown?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Brown, you're here with your attorney. You're being charged with 2 offenses. You're being charged with the offense of failure to stop and give information, and you're being charged with the offense of unlawfully carrying a weapon. The state is dismissing your failure to stop and give information case, and we're going to resolve your unlawful carrying a weapons case. So, Mr. Brown, you're charged with the offense of unlawfully carrying a weapon. That is a Class A misdemeanor, which means that you can get to 1 year in the county jail and up to a $4,000 fine. You signed some documents this morning. One of the documents that you signed is entitled misdemeanor plea of guilty. That document, sir, says that you have certain constitutional rights. That document says that you have a right to have a jury trial, a right to confront any witnesses that may testify against you at that trial, and a right for your attorney to cross-examine those witnesses. However, when you sign that document, sir, you give up all of those rights. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Brown, I do have to advise you that under federal law, if you're not a U.S. citizen, a plea of guilty could result in your deportation, denial of naturalization, or admission to this country. You also signed 2 other sets of documents. One of them says that after today, you do not have a right to appeal your case. Your case ends today. And the other document that you signed says after today, there's not going to be any more work or investigations done by your attorney or the attorneys for the state. Your cases are final today. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Brown, did you sign all of these documents freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced you to sign any of these documents? And has your attorney answer all your questions you have regarding your 2 cases?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Brown, to the offense of unlawfully carrying a weapon, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty because you are?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Brown, on your plea of guilty, the court is not going to find you guilty. The court is going to withhold a finding of guilt and place you on a 12-month deferred adjudication probation. You'll be placed on probation for 12 months. Conditions of probation, you're to enroll and complete an effective decision-making course. You're to enroll and complete a driver safety course. You're going to undergo a TRAS evaluation. You are prohibited from drinking any alcohol or any illegal drugs while you're on probation. You're going to perform 20 hours of community service, and you're going to go ahead and fix your SR-22, and you're going to forfeit the weapon that was confiscated. Now, Mr. Brown, if you successfully complete all of these conditions of probation, at the end of 12 months, this case is over, and you will not have a conviction on your record. However, if you fail to complete any condition of probation, the state may file a motion to adjudicate guilt, which means that you can be sentenced to up to 1 year in the county jail. You're going to meet with my probation officer this morning. She's going to go over with you all of your conditions of probation. If you have any questions, sir, please ask. Do you have any questions, Mr. Brown?
No, sir.
Front, any questions?
No questions.
All right, sir, if you would step right over to my left, to say hello, and good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Great, thank you. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, thank you. Okay.
Anybody else? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So good, I was so glad.
Oh, sorry.
No, don't worry. We were just. Yeah. Oh, that's fine. No, it's so.
No. You want to take it? Okay,
Great, G-O-A-Y. Okay, let me ask you this. What is the difference in velocity?
Oh.
Hurt is hurt, it hurt.
Oh, wow.
Okay, here we go.
That's
The trespass taken.
Yes.
Personal
Property
property,
of another.
personal property
Yeah.
of another.
The intent to
To
deprive.
permanent.
Yes. Wow, good for you.
I just want you to know I've always thought you were the
That's kind of scary, and I still remember that.
endearing, crazy. And I appreciate that about you.
I'm doing this time for another, I can help you. One second. That really happened. Where was he? Like just in a random stairway?
Yes.
Yes, I will discuss. Okay, Conley, so it looks like. Alright, so you charge her. She said she saw this.
Sam's, good morning.
Good morning.
You encroach, come on up.
Yes, sir.
What you got this morning?
It's actually an off docket matter. And you've signed the order before.
I did, okay.
For Ricardo, the only issue is he went to go pick it up and they said they needed a detailed description. And so we added that into the order.
So did you do another one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, give me 1 second. Oh, it's, I have right here. The finished motion is to return ceased property.
Yes.
Oh, I got it. Oh, they need more detail order. Okay, no worries. Was this case dismissed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, I got it right here, so I'll sign it right now.
Thank you,
You
Young.
need a certified copy?
No, sir.
Okay, you got it. Time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes,
sir.
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. I don't want to.
Oh, okay. Hi, thank you. I'm from Houston,
Ms. Siegler, were you able to look at Collins, the one that Scott Bernstein's case?
Yes, Your Honor.
He's gonna zoom in a minute, I think. Were you able to see what he sent you?
Oh, the text message.
Yes.
Yes, sir. I responded to him too. We did receive those, but I wanted 3 other things to have a legitimate mitigation
Okay.
to then consider PTI.
Okay, so let me wait till he comes back in. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Maybe, now that I move on. Yeah.
Mr. Bernstein, I don't know if you can hear me, if you're still in the hearing or not.
Yeah, I must say, it's gonna be so hot.
I can see it. Bruce.
Yeah. Yeah. You too. See you. All right, Mary. Are you? What you got?
I have
Well, what about a PTI? I saw that. I don't know how to. Maybe one of the cat. Okay. Perfect. Thank you, ma'am. Do you want me to send you an email today? I got the.
Yeah, it's only if it's beyond the stuff on there.
Okay, then I'll check on it when I get to the office and then I'll send an email confirming. it.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. So I would do decision making. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, I have a pen.
Oh, Mr. Bernstein, can you hear me?
Yes, Judge, I can hear you. I just got out of that summary judgment.
Okay, Ms. Siegler responded to your text. Have you seen her response?
No, I saw she said she received it. Oh, hold on.
Sounds good. I'll just get a reset.
Perfect.
Right.
Is that an official PTI offer? I don't understand the message.
Ms. Siegler.
Yes, Your Honor. So
Collins.
yes, sir. So PTI isn't in our range of punishment. It requires them to do some effort as well, and then we can consider giving PTI. So I gave them the things I would want to see, and then we could do a PTI offer.
Okay. Did you hear that, Mr. Bernstein, that the state is requesting some information for your client? Okay.
Just so I understand, you want a PTA, you want her to do the mitigation packet prior to, so we submit all that together?
Correct.
That's correct, Mr. Bernstein.
Okay, well, so that's a guarantee, or is that just, I'm just asking, so.
I think that's so they can consider it, I guess, depending upon what you submit.
I mean, okay, well, if that's gonna be something I don't know.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think that is the information the state's requesting? Is that
I
something?
just sent that information. I don't know what else. I guess an apology. I don't know if she should apologize for somebody that wanted to have mutual combat with her and then engaged in that mutual combat. She's enlisted in the National Reserve. She needs to go serve our country. She's never had any priors. Never heard of.
Well,
if she does those requirements, we would do a PTI.
All right.
Is it like a 30-day PTI?
Ms. Brandon, we're not going to negotiate on Zoom, okay? You need to come in person and negotiate. So you've got your information. If you want to talk to the state, you need to talk to them outside of Zoom, okay? Because I don't necessarily want to be a part of.
Can I get a week reset?
Yeah, I don't mind giving you a week reset. I just don't want to hear all the discussion between you and the state, because then I'm gonna have to recuse myself.
No, that's fine, Judge. Can I get a just a short reset?
Sure. You next week is fine with me. You tell me what day is good for you.
Can we do appearance waived on
Yes.
the 20? I have a trial set next week. Can we do the 22nd?
Yeah, 22nd is fine, 5:22 on Collins. Appearance is waived. Look at it. If you want to talk to the state beforehand or whatever, that's
Yeah, I'll be in
fine.
there tomorrow. I just had a
Okay.
lot. I had this summer judgment. They would not push it to 1:30, and I had to sit here for the last hour and a half.
Oh, sounds like fun. Anyway, so I don't mind. We'll see you the 22nd and then we'll talk and we'll figure something out.
All right, Judge. She's in the gallery.
Oh, she is, Miss Collins. Oh, coming up. I'm sorry. I didn't know she was here. Okay, hi, Miss Collins. There's your lawyer. He's right there. We're going to reschedule case for 1 week because the attorney needs to go ahead and talk with the state. You do not have to come to court next week, okay? Your attorney will let you know if and when it's necessary for you to return to court. So as far as I'm concerned, you're excused. Just contact your attorney later on. He'll explain to you what's going on. And then we're going to reset your case for next week. You don't have to be here. And I'm sure your attorney's going to let you know what's happening with your case, okay? All right, any questions?
What did y'all determine today?
It's going to be reset.
Just call me. They're gonna reset it next week. Call me when you get out of there, okay?
Yeah, just call, okay? All right, thank you. All right, Scott, you got it. 5:22. All right, you're excused. You can go handle your civil case now, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks again.
Good to meet you.
Judge.
Morning, how are you? I'm good, thank you. We're just chugging along.
The little label on your store is, I'm not really one box call. That's the first thing I looked just like, you know, that card game, Phase 10.
No, I'm not familiar with that. Oh, really?
Comes in box.
Oh, is that right? Oh, okay.
Just playing Phase 10. That's fun little one. It's a good little thing.
Really?
It's like basically you deal out 10 cards to everybody and there's number
Yeah, well, that's what it is. Okay, and you go try that. Yeah, okay, but just call them and leave. Because you don't have any now to get in. Yeah.
Aaron Hurst.
Because she's in trial. She knows all.
I mean, no, and she's not me. She's like, we'll do whatever we can for you.
Yeah, that's right.
She's great. But
Because some
this
chicks
judge is like,
I don't have to lose my listeners.
I know. It's just-
The judge.
And then his partner's like, he requested me to bring something called district.
Well, city, you can't do that. Or the coordinator, you have places to be in January to them.
And I told so.
Yeah, she was like, she's tense, but not
She's
like.
really nice, but she
Sounding
is
not
very
weird for the doctor call. Yes, I think I'm gonna. Yeah. I think you can just get it. So yeah, yeah. It's awesome. I just discovered it like a year ago. Oh yeah, it's a big thing. And the stickers help. Oh, really? They actually do. Where do you go? They probably put them there. That I should want on the street for this only in the mention. I can do the that.
Catherine Poe.
Obviously. I wondered, do you have any?
Until the judge that you told the coordinator.
Right, yeah, fair.
Stay. Have it found so.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. All right, I can do it.
All right. All right, this is on Daryl Grays, right? Okay. All right, sir, you are Daryl Grays?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Grays, you're charged with the offense of driving while intoxicated. That's a Class B misdemeanor, which means that you can get up to 6 months in the county jail and up to a $2,000 fine. You signed some documents this morning. One of the documents that you sign is entitled Misdemeanor Plea of Guilty. That document, sir, says that you have certain constitutional rights. That document says that you have a right to have a jury trial, a right to confront any witnesses that may testify against you at that trial, and a right for your attorney to cross-examine those witnesses. However, when you sign that document, you give up all of those rights. Do you understand, sir? All right, Mr. Grays, I do have to advise you that under federal law, if you're not a U.S. citizen, a plea of guilty could result in your deportation, denial of naturalization or admissions to this country. You also signed two other sets of documents. One of them says that after today, you do not have a right to appeal your case. Your case ends today. And the other document that you signed says after today, there's not going to be any more work or investigations done by your attorney or the attorneys for the state. Your case ends today. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Graves, did you sign all of these documents freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced you to sign any of these documents?
No, sir.
And has your attorney answered all your questions you have regarding your case?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Graves, to the offense of driving while intoxicated, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Yep.
Are you pleading guilty because you are?
Yes.
Mr. Graves, on your plea of guilty, the court finds you guilty of the offense of driving while intoxicated, assesses your punishment at 6 days in the county jail. You'll be given credit for 2 days that you've already served. That's time served, no more jail time. Any court costs that you might owe to the county, I'm going to run it concurrent with your time, which means that you will not have to pay any money to the county. However, as a result of this conviction, there will be a suspension of your driver's license for a period of 90 days. All right, Mr. Graves, do you have any questions on anything that I mentioned to you, sir?
No, sir.
Mr. Ron, any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right, you're welcome, sir. If you would step right here to my left, and good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Okay. And Ms. Siegel, I have one quick case that I need to talk to you about. It's on a no PC. Let's see which one it was. I was looking at it. It was a no PC on a deal of Gonzalez Fernandez. Eric Gonzalez Fernandez. He's on the docket today. And there was a no PC finding on 3/26. So I didn't know if the state wanted to continue with this.
Yes, sir. So we talked to the defense attorney today and we were still needing to reach the complainant because they're Spanish speaking. So it's been a little difficult to get in touch. And once we do that, we usually set it for a week. I told him to have defendant do one victim impact panel and some anger management classes. And then we could dismiss it probably by the next setting in a week. I believe you were set for.
So you just want to hold off on anything until he does that? And he's
Yes.
amenable, I guess he's amenable to doing all that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll carry it then. Okay, thank you. Oh, and one other thing, you are familiar with Amari Johnson, right? That's the one that Mr. Fleming, Marcus Fleming, where they had the, on the plea papers is over a year. He filed a motion for you trial, timely filed. I see it in my queue. I haven't signed it yet. I want to make sure that the state's unopposed.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, so I'm going to sign it now. Now, once I sign it, I need to get with Mr. Fleming because I'm going to set it for the docket. Millie,
Yes, sir.
Is Marcus Fleming working on this floor? Do you know? You don't know? He isn't, maybe?
I think he's still on this floor, Judge, but I'm not sure if he's in.
Because one of his cases, Johnson, I want to issue a court date.
Okay.
And I don't know if I should do it now or until we talk to him. No, he's not on docket, it's off docket.
Are you want to reach out to him?
Yeah, just reach out to him and ask him that the court's going to approve his motion for new trial.
Okay.
But I need to know what date he's available because he has to bring his client in.
Okay.
Okay, and then just let me know before I sign it. Hopefully he'll answer today.
He's actually going to be here next Friday, so. But I'll put it up here now.
But you know what? I guess I can sign it now and just kind of hold off on it.
Doesn't hurt to try.
All right, let me sign, because I don't want to wait to sign. I'm gonna sign it now.
Okay.
Just reach out to him and say, hey, yeah, we signed it. We just need to get a date for him to come with his client. All right, thanks.
Oh, wow, this is, the contract, perfect. Oh my God.
It's so close to my house.
funny.
So close. I found it.
The lows in the bed. My God.
they just don't try very hard these donuts. I don't know.
That's restaurant.
Mastered the whole donut thing.
Sorry, hi.
Hello.
Quick question. For this client, we wanted to know if there's an offer from the state. He has a, Henry, in felony.
Christopher Spars.
Uh-huh.
1 second. Oh, wow. Interesting. So it's the same transaction, but then for some reason it's a DWI felony and a DWI misdemeanor. I don't know why that is the case. It's my first time looking at this. Let me see if they made a note. We probably do a probation offer.
Okay.
Or when there already is a time served too. So we have 2 offers on there.
They should address the misdemeanor.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I was like, I was like, how would I get them?
Maybe Jamila, maybe. Oh, okay.
Like, she's like, oh, the name she probably do. Sure.
Yeah, put that on there.
Jennifer last week.
That's a hard one to do.
So she's actually really, she actually reached out down and like an assistant. Crazy, right? Small. So she's somewhere. She her friend who she recently got back up with she worked at whatever high school or something. So I was like, oh, I can do that. And she's like, they're going home. Yeah, she's like, the boyfriend. Why haven't seen this?
It's saying that they're, you know, I'm saying boyfriend. This is
Just a boyfriend and so, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, she's better Friday,
Yeah. So they're also working on stuff on this, but what I wanted to know is the complaint says that there was a video that the officers actually seen partially by the camera. And viewing the video and supposedly she's sent it to y'all or unsent it, so. And I believe the video was afterward in my mind and her stepdad, because I guess when she was drawing up, she was like, really good show. Better than I.
Well, she's not answering us now, but I need to know to find the video. Is it?
It's,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Charges.
Also, you don't have a rip on this.
Right, that's when she's not answering for whatever reason.
She's just young. No, these young. You know how those young people are, Kelsey.
Oh,
They don't answer their phones right.
no one answers the dang phone.
I was being ironic to show you.
Thank you.
But now let's talk about yet younger people.
No one answers their phone. What person answers the phone? Look, that is
So
my
I-
phone.
Yeah,
Forward.
that's fine. And then she's having a meeting.
Even to the extent,
You can go.
when I was doing the wet lab and I was being driven home by an officer, and he asked me to also jump off the bridge. I answered the phone when the cop went out to check on him, my dad was calling me, you don't ever know this.
Especially with your dad.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
That's okay, Cheyenne Hall. I think we got one of this missing. I do, for real.
What's the last name?
Paul, is it anything that's?
No, it's not.
So, yeah, because you don't have a CW. And he beat her ass the night before. Sent you the information a while back. I sent several people. There's a witness that talks about what happened the night before. And why she was, that was really scary. Yes.
We're waiting for discovery, there's a figure out. Yeah.
I don't know about a judge. Yeah, they're right now. It's like April 23rd, maybe I didn't.
He said he didn't want to have nothing happen. No assault happened on 5/12, so he said.
Where's the other stuff, these?
I said that on, you have it?
No, I'm reading her,
And that was her mugshot, you see where he had beat her.
right.
But then,
Okay. What if we just did, 2 hours?
Sir,
He said I'm going to page
24?
24th.
Hala. Got it right here. What's happening with the hala?
Judge, I've lost contact with her. The numbers that I have are all disconnected. The calls don't go through. On the new number that I did have, her appearance was required today. I've had an offer of PTI, which I've conveyed to her and tried to follow up with her about the classes, but I've not been able to.
Okay, well, why don't I do this? You're appointed, right? On this one or no? No, you're not appointed, are you?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay. Why don't I just go ahead and revoke her bond because I see it's a trespass. In the event that she reappears, I can always reinstate her bond.
Yes, sir.
But if you want to, I'll give you the option. You can withdraw if you want.
Judge, I was down for a couple months.
Okay, see what happens. Yeah, no, that's, you're right. They usually pop back
I'm here
up.
anyway, so.
So am I. I'm here anyway.
I'm gonna probably be on this floor for at least a couple rounds.
Oh, really? Okay. What's, is it like 90 days? How long? Do you know this?
8 weeks cycle. Yes.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. 8 weeks. Oh,
Yeah, so-
well, welcome.
I think it's my first cycle.
Really? Okay, well, welcome.
No problem. Don't have milk and honey, as they say.
I saw your mom earlier, I think. I think your mom was here. Okay, okay. Are y'all officing together or no? Yeah.
We have an office where like, we have an assistant there receiving cases.
Yeah.
You know, where we don't, when we have meetings, we usually have my office as well, where I kind of live on the top.
Oh, yeah, okay.
For the video.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that office, like a little tiny one, is Center City.
Oh, in Tennessee, huh?
Yeah, we get a bunch of tickets out of it.
I know. You know, I've been to the Ms. Fleming, I granted your motion for new trial. I just need to see what day.
Trying to find him.
Oh, okay.
I'm still actively trying to find
No
him.
worries. Once you find out, just let me know. We'll set on a docket and we'll just clear all this stuff up. You got it. Thanks. Thanks for coming.
Did you set a date already, John?
No, he's still trying to look for him, so let's just hold off.
Okay.
I mean, we can just for a little while, right? He'll be here on Monday. I mean, a Friday, so he said he's still trying to look for him.
No, we got in touch with, that's where it's like we made all the. That could be an option, or if she.
Find out what?
I'll do that.
Okay.
I'm rapping, you can't put me on. I don't know what happens.
I know,
All right, okay.
I get that. If she won't take it, I'll do that.
But if she'll take this, you're gonna look PTI, you're gonna dismiss as PTI, right?
Mm-hmm.
This looks bad. It looks bad of her, you know, it looks bad.
Yeah.
And this is not the one where I think she should. You either got, but you have, you gotta tell me to for the class, because if I ask for that, she's not gonna bond her sword, I'm bonding her sword.
I was just going off of what my girl was saying with the classes, but I hear you as well. I dismiss it, but can't for it, because that also works.
I appreciate that.
Hello, Chief.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
How are you?
I've got one down in your docket. When you're ready.
Oh, you're matching over there?
That's where they don't have to.
Anniversary, and they want us to come, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you been there? Is it pretty?
Well, my dad,
Okay.
a million years ago, at the time, it was not enough.
Oh,
That's why I
wow,
said it's
cool.
not, yeah, it's being in the same.
You may not like each
Well, I don't get a tan, so I'll get it. But he said it's
Yes.
other. So I've got Mr. Martin on the bottom. And he was working for a PTI, but then he picked up a felony. And he's on probation and that felony. So now I'm trying to figure out what to do.
Like, this is not so bright, so it's literally, though, it's literally, from last. So that's, this is the good news, yeah, that's the nice little fluid. Oh, yeah, this over here has. Because that baby. Yeah.
135.
Not, I'm just.
No,
You know, unless I think I feel good. Yeah, and I start walking like. Yeah, then my knees like.
actually, he was.
That's why I'm always in.
All right, what do you think?
And time served.
Okay, that's one option. Would you consider paying the clerk?
No.
Here,
Okay. Well, I'm, Dave.
Dave.
D-A-Y. Okay. And clicking on roll discovery. Damn, should have got some violent history and has already been in prison too. Thanks. Huh. What would your time?
Yeah, I think having
Yes, sir.
the last to the next to the last case, I've got Mr. Alonzo.
Okay, oh yeah, we're here. Mhm.
And his situation is that we had kind of served off on it.
Okay.
I would like to do today, I was hoping I could get maybe a little time so I can see if I can collect it.
No, I understand. I understand perfectly.
Can we do that?
Yeah, get with Millie, just let her know how much time you need, and then let's set it for a plea. Okay, all right, Millie.
I'll get patients there. And then she could just say, when the police don't get, shot.
What's up, is it a straight?
Yes.
Well, it's called, use something in the state, it's gonna happen.
Is that Ohio, the person who was, you never have any history?
They don't have anything. I don't believe that was the person who gave that. I think she was hallucinating.
Oh. Oh.
She has serious.
Well,
Yeah.
let's do that. So we again from me, so she was hallucinating.
To believe that the thing was the person who gave
Well. You got it?
I love it.
All right, Julia.
So you.
Differ me? I'm just.
Yeah.
Wait for the contract on the part.
I think that, they will help big enough to make it, so that Will Brad Morse, he can make the contract, he prefers making that.
Okay.
Or, who's that other lady that just came back, Lacey Johnson? Yeah, let me email you her, yeah. Okay, just do that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Please, okay.
Make sure.
This what?
Make sure PTO.
Insurance, should I do this one, insurance first? I would do that.
Yes.
Do this one first, because when I do the dismissal, you know, if there's stats D and D, these stats have to be T. So, yeah, so, but there's need to do the, we should start making on it, and then it's all whatever. Recommendation still?
I think it's just.
This is what I want, and I see this. Yeah, and then there's an.
June 26th.
And then the bottom is the dismissal. So do we dismiss?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, this is. Anybody else?
I think it looks for what that is. Not that initial contact.
Yeah, we, so technically we're going for like the 90 minutes, but we'll set it back. That's what we need to see. For sure. You know that. Thank you. Was that Costco? Yeah. I have one, so we can toss this. It's just not in color. Okay. I believe it. I don't know. There's some shit. How about? It was nice. Emily, was that, did you guys get your dismissals, all of them? No, we need Jackson. Yeah. Yes. I see. On the same dismissals. Okay, which one? Corey Jackson was the one that was today, the inmate. Then he has 3 cases that.
Yeah, so that one I talked to her and felony as well. He's gonna plead to prison on Friday, and so I wanted to then dismiss ours for convicted in another, and that's what I've been talking to felony about doing. So I did time served on R2, but was gonna wait for those dismissals, I forwarded that too.
Okay with that? Yeah, if you wanna roll it. Either way, it's, our case is not holding, it was the prison, I mean, it's the felony one. Oh, that's fine, that's fine.
And I was gonna dismiss it Friday, but I preferred it to be convicted in another.
Yeah. So you're waiting for the conviction or if you dismiss it?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay, we can do that. Cool. Thanks. Oh. Entry unless I see whether you're going to there or not. I guess they're not. You just have to make sure that the notes.